Okay, 8th graders, we're telling you to sit down because otherwise you're going to be in the way of the camera. We're going to go through lesson 4.2. Last time we talked about what inequalities are and that you have to graph them in order to really understand them. Okay? And the graph tells you whether or not the variable represents numbers that are greater than the given value, or equal to it, or less than, or equal to it. Okay? Now, today we're going to be solving equations, but instead of there being an equal sign, there's an inequality symbol, meaning that one side is either less than the other side, or greater than the other side, or could be equal to the other side. Okay? So, just simple one-step equations that you're going to solve just like you solved these before. It's the same procedure as solving x minus 3 equals 5, but at the end, we'll have to graph it in order to get the solution. The solution is actually the graph. Okay? So, in this, what's the first step? What do we have to do to prove our solution here? Aiden?
We would add a 3
Right.
to both sides.
Add a 3 to both sides. Yep, we've got two sides of our equation here. We add 3 to both sides, and that proves that x is less than 8. Because x plus 0 is less than 8, therefore x is less than 8. Okay? So, again, this is the proof of the solution. You have to be able to prove your solution by logical steps. Take away 3 off both sides, or sorry, if you add 3 to both sides, negative 3 plus 3 is 0, and 5 plus 3 is 8. Now, you have to graph it. So you draw a line, mark where 0 is, and then mark the number. Use what kind of dot? Open dot. And an arrow to the... read what it says. So arrow to the left. Very good, Keyshawn. X is less than 8. Okay? Remember, the less than sign points to the what? Which direction?
The less than sign
Direction. Left or right?
the less than sign points to the right. What's the less than sign?
And it points to the... Look at how this arrow is pointed. Which direction is it pointed?
That's why I'm getting everything wrong. Okay.
The less than sign points to the...
So the less than sign points to the left.
To the left. The greater than sign points to the...
Okay.
To the right. So when you're reading this, you know this is the less than sign because it's pointed to the...
The left.
To the left, yes. X is less than 8. Okay?
That makes a lot more sense now.
Good. Good. Let's do another one.
Before, I thought you meant the open side.
Let's do another one. X is... I'm sorry, no. We're going to start with the number this time. 12 is less than or equal to x minus 5. Here's another example, okay? Dylan, what would we do on this one? To start on the side with the variable.
Add 5.
Add 5.
Geometric rules.
So x is left on this side. What's on the left side? What's on this side? 17. And bring down the symbol. What does that mean?
17 is less than or equal to x.
Okay, and so what is x then?
It's unknown.
Because our graph has to show what x is, not what 17 is. Isaac? Can you answer that? What is x then?
Well, it's pretty much x is greater than 17.
Or,
17 is less than.
no,
Or equal to.
or equal to. So what kind of dot should we use?
A whole.
Closed dot. And, yeah, because x is greater than 17. Okay? Aiden, is that what you were going to say?
Yeah.
Good. You're right. X is greater than or equal to 17 because 17 is less than or equal to x.
So
Remember, your graph always has to show what x is or what the variable is. Okay? Your graph shows what the variable is.
are we moving on to subtraction tomorrow?
No, we're going to do some subtractions.
This month's
But remember, subtraction and addition are related. Subtraction is just adding the opposite. So when you insert a plus sign in front of the minus sign,
That's what I'm saying, since it's so
Yep.
simple and it's just the opposite. Are we moving on to it tomorrow, or are we?
no,
doing it
you'll do
today?
that today. You'll do some of that today. Okay. Let's do one from your assignment then.
What is our
So-
assignment?
Jones.
Oh, it's really, really big.
2 whole problems. Maurice.
Let's do number 24.
That's it?
Well, I mean, what is the assignment? No.
Number 24.
But you said that the assignment is really big. What
It's
is
really
the
big, really big. Let's do number
What does that
24.
mean? We're still
M plus
doing
5
circles. That's what it means.
is greater than negative 3. And I don't know why that circle's there, but just ignore it. Where do we start?
Where the variable is.
Good. And what should we do?
Add 5.
Add 5. Does that get the variable by itself?
I disagree.
Um,
No subtract.
subtract 5 or add
Negative.
negative. Yeah. Always ask yourself, does that get the variable by itself? Because then you'll know if you're adding the right number, if you're multiplying by the right number.
Yes, with sarcasm.
It is 0.
So now m plus 0 is greater than
Negative.
negative 8. So m is greater than negative 8. And graph it, Keisha.
It'll be open that.
Good.
Going to left.
Read it again.
To
Read it again. Read it. Practice reading it.
greater than. So it's
Yeah. Yeah. If you read it, keep reading it to yourself. Even after you graph it, make sure that you read it again. M is greater than negative 8, so it has to go to the right. Okay? You'll get these, you'll get 100% of them right if you read this correctly. Okay?
Did you read
All right, do 2 through 26
Right.
evens. Okay? 2 to 26 evens.
That's our entire assignment.